Hi everybody, thank you for coming to my channel. This is Wendy, and hopefully this will be a very quick, simple video. One of my subscribers mentioned she was curious about how to attach tassels, and I know there's a ton of ways to do it, so I just thought I'd show how I attach tassels. Basically, what I use is, let me get them out here. All right. I use, well, this is Tim Holtz, but you can find them all over the place and even in office supplies, but they're like a hinge clip. Okay. Let me get one out. I don't want to spill them all. Okay. So that's what they look like. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and basically this is a removable, oops. Can you see it? It opens, so it's removable, so you can attach it and remove it. Okay, that is what I pretty much use 90% of the time. Also, I use these, I call them bulb clips, but I think they're called loop pins. Okay, loop pins. That's another Tim Holtz. I get them from Hobby Lobby. And I think they have them in the jewelry section as well, if you go to the jewelry, but I use this as well. Okay, so let me show you my thing with the clip. All right, so however you make your tassels. Okay, so this is my Christmas one I'm working on. Is basically just a bunch of beads, and I strung ribbon through the top. Okay, now I can attach this just by, I can just clamp it on and just leave it like this, or I can tie it through this top hole. Okay, and basically what that allows me to do is clamp it on, and then it'll hang there. Not, I mean, I'd probably, of course, tie it up more. So, and then it hang, and then when you take it off, it's just tied on through those loops. Okay. Here's another one. I just tied on some fabric, and the way I tied it on, it gives me a pop. I call them pop tops. See it on the top, and that all that is it's on a clip. It's just tied onto a clip. Okay. You can use keychain rings. You know, they have these come in all different sizes if you want to loop them onto, let me move this out of the way. So this is my current journal I'm working on. And what it is I just put a hole where I wanted, because I like front charms like this. So with this certain one, I just punched a hole in and used a grommet. You don't need a grommet, but a grommet keeps it from tearing more. Okay, and what I did was I threaded some of these big beads onto a strip of fabric, and then I just knotted the bottom, and I pulled the end through, and then on this side I have a little knot with a tail. Now I will probably leave it like this, but if you don't like this, you can cut off the tail, cover it with washi tape, and then a piece of paper or ephemera, or, you know, whatever, you can cover it. It's just, I like that look. Okay, so that is another way that I add tassels, I guess you could say, or charms, or however. Okay, and then probably the other way I use is with the paper clip or a safety pin, because a safety pin will pin through your papers or whatever fabric you have, but a safety pin, a paper clip, is just as easy. This is some yarn. I just looped it through, and then what I did was I tied a piece of twine around it. You can glue it. Man, am I gonna stay in focus? Focus. Well, and it's just tied at the end. Okay, so it holds this in place. And what this allows me to do is I can come in and put my little paper clip wherever I want it. I hold some paper, and the little This is, like I said, yarn. It'll dangle out there on the spine. Or if I want it on the top, you can move it whatever. Paper clip ones are probably one of my favorites because you can move them around. So that is basically how I do my tassels. And I use everything. I use beads, bells, and however I can attach them, I will. But those are mainly the three main ways. I use these clips. I'll punch my own holes and just tie them in. Or like if I have a chain, look in the jewelry section. You'll find a lot of links, jump rings, I think they're what they're called, that you can use to tie them on. So basically it's however you want to get them tied onto this. If you want them permanent or if you want them removable. Okay, so that is my take on tassels. I hope that explains your question. I know that Heidi asked me, Heidi, or if you had a question on how I make tassels, which that's a whole nother thing. Basically use what you got. If you have scraps of fabric, if you have ribbon or trims, that's great. If you just have paper, by all means, make a paper tassel. Let's see. I've been known to get scraps of paper, all right, and make strips. Just strip them like this. And what I'll do is I'll just go like this. Here, I'll make a quick one because these are fun too, and it helps use up my leftover scraps. So what I'll do is, and then I'll fold it in the middle. See here? It's kind of like a tassel. And what I'll do is I'll staple it. And then I'll staple it. Okay? And then this way I can either glue it or run a string through it. Oops, sorry. Run a string through. I should have ran a string through before I stapled it. So if I would have put a string like this and then folded it over, and then folded my paper, stapled it, and then I would have a loop here and I could tie it on. And then you just have scrappy paper tassels. Okay, hopefully that was easy enough and I didn't confuse you. That's basically all I do. I know there's some other videos out there that show their big fancy tassels. I don't have one currently myself because I don't have a big journal finished yet. They're all gone. So when I do a big tassel for my big journal, I will show that one as well. But these are the main ones I prefer, are these little charms that hang. So, well, thank you for watching. Short, sweet, 8 minutes. I tried my best. Thank you.